Okay. So Star Wars. If we want to just continue back on. But I think
sucks.
that's where a lot of movies get it wrong. It's like, oh, the lightsabers are cool, so let's just have more lightsaber fights. No, they were cool just because they were kind of like this small feature. You can't really listen to your fan base too much because then you're gonna kind of fail. Because they don't really know. They're not really the. They don't do that for a living. They don't make movies for a living. You do. You know it's right. So give it those quiet moments. Just add subtlety. If the lightsaber's cool, keep it that cool, subtle thing. It's like when the Jedi brings out a lightsaber, shit's about to go down. Not, oh, I'm bringing it out for every little thing. That kind of defeats the purpose. Like, I get you're trying to make it their main tool. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Another thing, even though I understand it kind of, to show like what Yoda used to be, it was still kind of silly. Like, I felt like it changed his character, you know?
I heard it like this. They should have made Yoda never fight. Like, he was the kind of Jedi that even if he did have a lightsaber, it was his last resort.
Yeah.
And that he didn't fight, he used his words. His words were his weapon.
Yeah.
And since it would have made sense because he's like a cripple kind of like old man, that he wouldn't fight because first of all he didn't have the shut up.
Keep going.
He didn't have the ability. He just had the wisdom, and that was his main choice of fighting somebody.
Like, I mean, I get it, like, you know, with the whole, like, because I guess he was kind of modeled after, like, you know, what's his name, like, who's the guy, like, Mr. Miyagi, shit like that, because he's, like, the
wise wizard.
Yeah,
like,
that kind of shit.
Archetype.
No, and I get it, because, you know, usually they're badass, but it did still change his character in a certain way.
I timed it really wrong.
Yeah, that was
bad. Yeah, because, like, didn't Miyagi ever fight?
Did he? I don't know. I mean, he probably did, you know, when he was young. But the thing is, we don't need to see that.
That's the whole point, is, like, he's done fighting. He's just teaching. That he's the teacher. He doesn't need to fight.
And the truth is, when it comes down to it, prequels really aren't ever really a good idea.
Yeah, because people already have their preconception.
Yeah. I think my favorite thing is, like, Mad Max. It wasn't a prequel, it wasn't a sequel, it was just another movie in the franchise.
There's a book, there was a sequel.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the book made it a sequel.
Oh, okay.
That being said, the movie didn't. And so, I'm gonna go by the movie.
Yeah.
Although I do want to I'm sorry, comic book, not just read.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I want to read it because it actually, I don't know, it looked pretty cool.
But, like, one thing I hate is tying up all the loose ends.
Yeah.
I don't need that. I like a little bit of mystery, you know?
Yeah.
I don't need to know how so-and-so got his power, or, you know, sometimes, like, unless it's done in a comedic effect.
Yeah.
You know, like, some shows do that where they make it obviously tying up all the loose ends, like, this is how so-and-so got this, so in a comedic way that it's just...
Yeah.
Like, I was talking about, like, The League, Rafi, you haven't really watched that show, huh?
No.
Oh, man, you gotta watch it when, because Seth Rogen has a part in The League.
Yeah.
And he's Rafi's friend, and then there's a prequel when Rafi met whatever Seth Rogen's character's name is, as in, like, when Harry met Lloyd or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was it was just really funny because it was obviously making fun of, you know, prequels and shit like that.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
That's
guy?
That's the gem scientist.
Oh.
I guess I didn't find the third one. I guess it gives you a special level for that.
Huh. Okay.
Just.
No.
Fuck you.
I'm not gonna do what you tell me to do. Oh, nice.
I forgot there was.
Wow, did he really have to do that to the eyes? It looked like he was about
I'm about to ride this hog. Sorry.
Yeah, ride.
I know that. Dang it.
So, prequels.
God.
I know, right?
No, because a lot of movies, like, even if they don't realize it, they base a lot of it off of a mystery.
Yeah.
Like, whenever there's a mystery element, that's what people kind of grab onto. Because it honestly is like, oh hey, I have so many questions. Why did this come about?
Right.
You don't have to answer that.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as you're not setting up like, if there's a certain show that's gonna be like, oh, we're gonna answer this.
Yeah.
Okay, then you have to answer it.
Right. Yeah.
But if you don't sit there and state that you're gonna answer it, you don't have to answer it. It's fine to leave it a little bit of mystery because
exactly.
Everybody's gonna come up with how it happened, and it's gonna be kind of cool in their head, and that's just people.
Yeah, sometimes
people
you kind of
ruin
ruin it, you know,
Yeah.
like. Oh, what was I gonna say? The thing is, I think Indiana Jones like accidentally did prequels right.
Accidentally.
Yeah. Did you know that both the sequels to Indiana Jones are actually prequels?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Do you know why?
I guess I only watched them when I was younger.
Because they didn't make them as prequels so they didn't like tie up loose. Well, in the third one they kind of have a prequel, like why Indiana Jones has the whip. That whole part was really fucking stupid. But other than that, the reason that the at least the second one was a prequel to the first one.
Yeah.
Because the first one ends at the end of World War II. But yet, he had to still have the Nazis being his enemy. So they had to make it a prequel.
Okay.
Yeah, so that way the Nazis were still his enemy, even though the first one ended towards, I believe, at the end of World War II, when the Nazis were, you know.
Yeah. I guess that's the iconic thing. So I guess that's one of the times where keeping the icon in there kind of helped.
Exactly. Jesus.
Because I always think she's going to stay all the way to the side, but...
Right.
I don't know if that's a she or if it's a he.
So one way to do it, so the best way to do prequels is just to forget about the first one, you know? Just make it so he's younger. You don't have to...
You make it to where it can stand up without watching the other ones.
Exactly, yeah.
You're not sitting there consistently tidying in. Because I know you're trying to appease the people that watched it before and try to, you know, help them out. But you don't need to do that. If you're providing more story, you are, you know, giving into that fan base already.
Yeah. There you go.
See, that one's... I think that might be a guy because it's topless, but...
No, those people, that exact tribe, the women are topless, but I believe that is a man. Because that is how they wear their hair. I mean, the women do too, but...
I get more like an androgyny kind of.
Right, exactly.
Another gate. Okay, I had too much of that Corona, so... So, my timing might be... Okay, I gotta jump.
Jeez, how do you do that? Oh, I see.
You gotta press jump as soon as you land to get to the super bounce.
There you go, okay. I got it.
I do like the second one more, just because they add in the science-y kind of experiments and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Does that really hurt? No.
Sorry, I was eating something.
It's fine. I know we sit there and like just talked for like 30 minutes straight, or at least you did.
I had way too much caffeine and some alcohol in my system. I needed to get at least some kind of sustenance, or else, you know,
you're gonna die. You sit there just collapse.
In the middle of a Let's Play. Like, Jared? Alright, I guess we're gonna end it there.
I guess I'm gonna have to call 911 now. Dude, if you die at the 10-minute mark, I'm gonna keep going just for 5 more minutes, just to let you know.
Okay. No,
I'm not
understandable.
I'm not worrying about these Wampa Wampa fruit. That's what they're called.
Oh,
I'm cool.
Right.
Sorry, this was like Crash Bandicoot 2 was a main part of my childhood.
I wish.
I didn't have a whole lot of games.
I mean, I kind of wish 911 would have like a text messaging thing, but that would be abused so badly.
I think I don't know if they're starting to, but I think they maybe kind of incorporated texting. Because it's hard to tell with cell phones where the signal's coming from. Because they'll go to where the cell tower's at.
Yeah.
But I think they've kind of incorporated something into it.
Because then you could, like, when I'm collapsing, you could just send a real quick text message to 911. Hey, my friend is, he's having some trouble. He might be dying. But then you could continue playing and finish off the episode.
Well, I wouldn't worry about abuse, because it's like, you can just abuse it on the phone, too. They'll just fine you for it.
Well, there's a story, about, I think it's in America, where someone calls 911. Of course, it's not in England, it's 999, but, I believe it's in America. Someone calls 911, and the operator, picks.
Sorry.
The operator picks up, and she's like, "Yeah, I would like to order a pizza." And the operator's like, "Well, this is 911."
Oh yeah.
And it turns out she was being held hostage or something. Apparently, though, in England, if you call 911 ordering a pizza, they'll hang up immediately. Because it's been used as a prank call way too much.
Oh, okay.
Which really fucked up. Who prank calls 911? Like, seriously.
I've learned my lesson. Sorry.
What?
I learned my lesson with that. Don't stand on top of it.
Oh. I mean, but really, who prank calls 911?
I know. There should just be like a serious fine. It's like...
Yeah, it's really serious.
It's like, if they can, I guess, prove that you did it by accident, which I don't know how you do.
Right.
I think I might have called 911 by accident, because I had a rotary phone, and it just didn't work that way, so it accidentally called 911.
I called 911 by accident. I was 2 years old, I believe.
Okay, yeah, that's...
They showed up at the house. My parents like, "What's going on?"
If it's proven that you're sitting there, you're an adult just calling 911, you should be heavily fined.
Yeah.
Because that's like, that takes a lot of effort to sit there and go 911 and like actually call them. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's pretty easy to prove that your child accidentally did it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it's just you, like, it's pretty easy.
I think that's what my cousin did. He was just like, "Oh, what's this phone doing here?" And he was 4. He picked it up. He started dial 911 because that's the number he knows because that's what little kids are taught.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh God, no!"
Yeah.
Okay, sorry if I'm quiet, but I'm really trying to like. Okay, there we go.
Trying to play the game like you're supposed to. Wow. Wow, there's no fall, what's it called?
Fall damage?
Fall damage.
That just wasn't a thing at this time.
That's true.
Because there wasn't like really tall levels. Like even though this one's tall, it's still 2D almost.
Yeah.
So there wasn't like enough space, I guess, to do that. So that wasn't just thought of. I think that started to happen with like FPSs like Halo and stuff like that.
Well, think about just how high they actually fucking jump. Just by how high they jump in real life, that would be real life fall damage.
Yeah.
If you were to fall from that distance, that would hurt.
Isn't that always a joke? It's like if you actually did make the jump like realistic, it'd be like a couple inches off the ground.
Oh yeah. It reminds me. What's weird? I never understood. Did you ever have those kids in grade school or middle school that like to jump off roofs? I never understood that.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
I still see videos of that, and people, you can see their spine just snapping. Like if you're, okay, if you're young, you can maybe recover from that, but if you do it wrong, you're gonna be put in a wheelchair. So it's like, just don't do that.
Yeah. I never understood it. They just found it so fun just to jump off, climb up and jump off the roof.
I think because since it's a realistic like height, they don't think it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, I mean, I don't have like a real like phobia of heights, but I have somewhat of a fear.
I get vertigo.
When we were kids, I get a little bit of vertigo. But I'm one of those guys that I kind of get off on it. Like that's what I.
What?
Not like that.
Okay.
When I was a kid, we'd go to Vegas all the time, and oh, nice one. We would go to Vegas, and we would get we loved the highest rooms.
Okay, yeah.
So I would just go over the window and look over, and it would make my heart race, but I loved it, But
okay. Yeah.
But to show how much of a pussy I am, though, when we were little kids, we would climb over because our
God, sorry.
No, it's okay. Be pissed. Yeah, it's a good reaction.
Fuck you, Jared. I hate myself.
And I'm not gonna be annoyed by it because I live with my fucking brother.
Yeah, your brother gets pissed.
He's all he does. I sleep during the day now. My brother plays League.
Oh God. Yeah.
No.
I've heard him on League. So.
Yeah. Anyway, so when we were kids, we lived. There was no house behind our house. We had this giant backyard. There was a wall, and then behind that was we called it the land, which is a big desert area where the train tracks went through.
Okay.
And so we would climb over that wall all the time. The thing is, when I climbed over the wall, I'd get stuck on it because I'd get afraid to jump. So I had a little bit of afraid. It's only like a 5-foot wall. And I would get up there, I'd get stuck because I was scared. But yeah. I love
Sorry, I'm just like... Your brother rages at League of Legends, but the acronym for it is LOL. Sorry, I just had to bring that up. It's so happy.
Ooh, I got heartburn.
I hate these. These are making my sphincter, like, tighten up. You know that feeling, right?
Oh, yeah.
When you're playing that game, it's like,
No, yeah. Yeah, I definitely know that feeling.
I guess we'll end the episode on sphincter tightening.
Yeah. Well, that's how you beat what do you call that test? The lie detector test. Did you know that?
You just tighten your butthole.
You tighten your sphincter. That's how you beat it. Because it makes it look like you're always lying. So you tighten it always, and whenever you tell a lie, you untighten it.